we continue our hometown summer series spotlight on Richmond. You hear him, you heard him. This is the city's mayor, Mayor Robert Blythe. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much, Krista, for coming and sharing with Richmond this morning.
Oh, it is a lovely place, and we've been talking about all of the big changes that are coming to Richmond. Funny enough, the University of Louisville recently released a map showing that Richmond is one of the fastest growing cities in Kentucky. Since 2021, about 1,000 people have been moving here into the city. I mean, what do you attribute that growth to?
Well, first of all, I have to say, living in Richmond my entire life, it's the wonderful people. And that may sound cliche or hokey or whatever, but it's really true. There are people who still walk the streets and speak to one another, that kind of thing. And of course, there are people who move into the community who maybe are not from that kind of atmosphere or environment, but we've been able to maintain it, and I think that's the first thing. Richmond also is green, and there are people who are looking still for green space. They want to be able to plant gardens and mow lawns and that kind of thing. So I think that's a great factor, even in purchasing a home. Those are some of the things that make folk come here.
Well, you mentioned the strangers that you see on the streets and how inviting you are to them. And as the city grows, how are you trying to maintain that small town charm, though?
Well, I think individuals, and it's about individuals to a certain extent, but I think people actually try to welcome. That spirit I was mentioning a moment ago, I think folks actually try to welcome others, to show them friendliness, but also we at City Hall are trying to put into place the kinds of things, for example, that we actually hear from businesses that would want to come here. We have become even more business friendly. When folks want to purchase a home, we still have houses that have nice yards, and I'm gazing across the street at that very
it's beautiful.
thing. But,
it is beautiful.
Yeah, I think those are some of the things that folks look for. There are people who call here because they want to retire. They're coming from North Dakota or somewhere, and literally, and they find Richmond charming, and I think that's significant.
Well, with the increase in so many people, that comes with some concerns such as traffic and housing. How is the city going to address those worries or ease those concerns of some of the people in Richmond?
Those truly are concerns. In fact, I've shared in the past couple of weeks with some folks that I can recall when our bypass, or bypasses, it's two sections, but when our bypass was really busy on Friday afternoons, it's now busy every day, and I think that's one of the signs of how we're growing. And to the extent I believe even the Census Bureau determined in the most recent census that, or two censuses ago, that Richmond is becoming not just a satellite of Lexington, Fayette, but becoming its own micropolitan area, and therefore we serve the surrounding counties like Estill, Powell, Garrett, Rockestville, and so on. But Richmond is becoming its own central focus for Central Kentucky.
Yes, we love putting Richmond's name on the map, and your position in local government is historic as well, as Richmond's first African-American elected official, first winning a seat in City Commission in 2002, and then elected as the first Black mayor of Richmond in 2018. You're doing so many great things to grow the city. This is a loaded question, though. What do you want your legacy to be?
That I was able to lead the city in bringing into being, I'll say, some things that serve people. One of the first things as mayor that we were able to do, because I saw a need, our vulnerable populations, our senior citizens, our children, our unhoused, homeless, we were able to purchase a building that could replace the one that was being used by our senior citizens for the senior citizen program. It was funny on the day that we actually cut the ribbon for that building, when the senior program then was admitted to that building. A lady said to me, it's so nice that you would do this for us. And I said, but we had to. Where you were was not accommodating, it was not safe, and it was not healthy. And we were able to do this. So I believe the things that we've been able to do for people, streets and all those things, yeah. but for people. We've assisted the homeless programs. We don't operate one ourselves, but we've assisted those who do. So that dealing with those vulnerable populations' needs, I think, will be the legacy.
All right. Well, Mayor Blythe, we appreciate you so much for being with us this morning, and we're excited for the growth that Richmond is going to have moving forward.
And again, welcome to Richmond.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.